Alright, everything's working. Cool beans. Alright. So today we are playing Connected Hearts. Just a little late night reading before I go to bed. Why not? Gonna go immediately straight into it. An unknown place, full of faces that I can't identify. A tender smile, directed at me. My lips say something that I cannot remember. I only know that it is different from silence. Then, my vision gets covered by smoke. A part of me is incinerated. What the hell? Not my body, but my soul. Something was lost, without hope of ever coming back. What happened? And yet, I don't have the slightest idea about what it was. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh, that's a very blurry bed. What the hell? Wait, is that an egg? In the corner there? Oh no, is this not capturing the game? I swear to God. Hold up. I don't know if this is a problem on my side, but I need to check real quick. Hold up. I'm sorry. I need to check. Oh no, it captured. It captured. Okay, good. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, I don't know if it's capturing my mouse though. Whatever. Just the egg in the right-hand corner. I mean, it looks like an egg. I don't know if that's a lamp. I suddenly opened my eyes, completely confused. That strange dream forced me to wake up. I guess you could call it a nightmare, but it still doesn't feel right. It was different. Rather than a bad dream, I felt like I was watching a movie, with characters, a climax, and an ending. However, there wasn't a beginning. Everything came out from nowhere, as if I had just missed the first act of a play. I hate that. My mom always buys the second book of a series. Trust me, it is so confusing trying to piece together what happened in the previous book when all you got is the second. It's bad. Sadly, just after waking up, I had already forgotten almost all of it. Only my confusion and interrupted sleep are evidence that it ever happened. It embarrasses me to confess it, but I was never good at remembering my dreams. You are not alone, buddy. You are not alone. I've forgotten the last time I've ever remembered a dream. Don't worry about it. Anyway, there is no point on thinking about it anymore. After taking a couple seconds to clear my mind, I lazily look at the clock. It says 6:58 in the morning. In just 2 minutes, the alarm will ring. I then let out a sigh, feeling relieved at waking up. I really hate that sound, but it is a necessary evil if I want to go to college on time. Why is everything blurry? I'm not hating on the pictures, but like, Are we using stock images? Is that why it's really blurry? Or is my character blind? I'm gonna go with the my character is blind and we need to find our glasses route. At least that's what I'm gonna go with. My apartment is completely silent. Although I am curious what this black blob is. Is that supposed to be like a chair or something? I think this is supposed to be the TV, honestly. And then we got Kermit in the background. I'm the only resident, so if I want to hear some noise, I have to make it myself. There you go. There you go. I made some noise for you, too. There you go. See? We're doing stuff together, buddy. Just a few months back, I lived with my parents, but I had to move when I got accepted into college. I don't really mind it, actually. It is very comfortable. And I keep in touch with my old friends thanks to the internet. Aww. Without saying a word, I get prepared and go out to class. College is only one subway trip away. I chose to study visual arts. My parents are worried I'll never find a job, but at least I would like to try it, just because I like it. So wait, are we rich enough where we don't even have to get a job? We just get a job because we feel like it? Wow, can we trade positions real quick? However, I should say that soon after my classes started, I got slightly disappointed. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought we were going to draw all day and learn about anatomy, different styles of shading, and other fun things. Oh, that's never the case. College is the worst place you want to go to if you're going for art. That shit is self-made. You're better off taking that money you spent for college for your art degree, drawing art, and advertising yourself online. That's literally the route. But it turns out there are plenty of theoretical classes, like expressing our feelings, communication, history of the arts, and others. Yeah, I heard art classes were mainly like literally just history classes. Like rarely did an art college actually teach you how to draw. Like, you know, like those Renaissance painters that were really fucking cool and like 3D just by painting. Yeah, they don't teach you that shit. They're just like, okay, this is what happened in 1946 billion years ago. At least that's what I've heard. I don't regret it, but it is like a stain on your dreams. Anyway, I try not to think too much about it. Since the beginning, I knew it was going to be difficult, so a little more effort doesn't make much of a difference. Why did the sky get so red? Oh my god. Classes feel short today. I hear the teachers talk and take notes like every other time, but I can't stop thinking about that dream. The dream I can't remember? I think about it while looking at my necklace, shaped like half a heart. Oh. Wait, no, hold up. That's a yin-yang symbol. Hold up. Hold up. That's the white part of a yin-yang symbol. What do you mean? I know somebody gave it to me long ago, but I can't remember who. I guess that's why I look at it, because both are lost from my memory. If I make a big effort, it seems I can remember a little bit of it, but it's like looking at a blurry picture. No matter how much I look at it, or from which angle, in the end I can't make sense out of it. It feels sour, but there is no other choice than to give up on it. By the time I made out my mind, I'd already arrived home. Without paying attention, I opened the door and put down my bag at the entrance. I never expect any visitors, so there is no need to be tidy. Why does it feel like they're setting up to somebody being in my apartment? Why why am I having this feeling here, dude? Is it the did I download a horror game? I don't know, maybe I did. Then I turn on the computer and start watching an animated series. It may sound silly, but I guess it may sound silly, I guess, but I like shows for kids quite a bit. Before I realize it, it is already late. Lately I feel days are much shorter, but I guess it's my own fault for having so many distractions. I should have dinner and call it a day. Oh my god. Why is it so loud? I'm ready to cook something when suddenly I hear the phone ringing. That's weird. I can't imagine who it would oh my god, English. I can't imagine who would it be at this hour, except for those annoying credit card sellers. Good evening. Hello, Mom. I didn't expect you to call. Yes, I'm fine. Don't worry. Classes are going fine. Not exactly what I expected, but I like them. Of course not. I'm taking good care of what I eat. Yes, I also clean every week. So far I haven't made any friends, but the course has just started. Yes, Mom. I'll keep that in mind. Good night. Say hi to Dad for me. I sigh just after hanging up. I just moved and it seems that they are already missing me. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the case. I mean, it is gonna be lonely in a house if you can't annoy your obnoxious kid. All of a sudden it feels so lonely when your obnoxious kid isn't taking up half the house. But there was no other choice. This college is just too far from home. I loudly yawn. Suddenly I feel very tired. Because of that dream, I couldn't sleep properly. I think it's better for me to go to bed now. I turn off the lights and lay down, pulling the blankets up to my chest. I then stare at the ceiling for unknown minutes, until my eyes finally close. Darkness guides me towards a deep dream. I leave this world, submerging into another. One that exists only for me, and only inside of me. A place filled with eternal calmness, where no worry or problem exists unless I want it to. Damn. Or at least that's how it should be. You have control over your dreams, my guy? Surrounded by an endless light, in front of me there's a woman showing me her back, someone I had never seen before. Her hair is long and golden. She is unspeakably beautiful. Even without seeing her face, I could know it, or rather, feel it. Just looking at her back makes my heart jump and leaves me breathless. It even seems like the air around her is filled with a mysterious magic. It's not just a smell, but it is an energy that makes everything it touches more beautiful, as if nothing less than perfection was allowed before her. But who could such a person be? Why is she here? Hello? I ask in my confusion. At the same time, extend a hand towards her, trying to get her attention. But of course, she can't see me. Gary? Yes, that's my name. I pause and swallow some saliva. I'm very nervous for no reason. What's yours? The woman is slow to answer, as if she had forgotten her own name. Alice. She finally said with a soft voice. Oh, her voice is supposed to be soft? Okay, we're gonna try it. I suck at this. Don't you think it's a pretty name? Well, yes. I feel stupid giving such a short answer, but then I remember there are far more important things to think about. I stare deeply at her, still enchanted by her beauty. Alice? Yes? She answered, still showing her back at me. Why are you here? My heart stops for an instant after I say those words. I don't know the reason, if it was fear or anxiety, but without a doubt, I was expecting something big. Are you a part of my dream? I said, after noticing she was taking too long to answer. She was doing it on purpose. I guess I am. Or maybe you're a part of mine. Her question left me incredulous. What did she mean by that? I'm sorry, I don't get it, I said while taking a step towards her. She shakes her head in denial. It doesn't matter. I can't settle on a voice for her. I'm trying to go for soft, but I don't know how to... It doesn't matter. We're in the same dream. This dream is yours, but also mine. I can't say I fully understood what she meant. But even if we are in the same dream, someone must be the creator of this place, right? And in that case, you could say this dream would belong to that person. You forgot it so easily, Gary. You left me waiting all day and the next day, and then the following one until I had to come for you. Aren't you ashamed? My heart trembles after hearing those words. Suddenly I feel chills running all over my spine. What is she talking about? I'm sorry, but I think you're mistaking me for someone else, I said shyly with a weak voice. I feel terribly guilty, but I had never seen her before in my life. She must be confusing me with someone else. That is, considering this isn't all just a weird dream. No, it is you who is confused. I know perfectly who you are. Actually, I know more about you than you do. After saying that, she suddenly shows me her hand, holding a necklace with the shape of half a heart. It's just like mine. Oh my god, what bestie? Hello? The woman sounds slightly angry. Meanwhile, I couldn't be any more confused. My back feels cold, my hands are shaking, and my throat is dry. What? What are you saying? I finally muster up the courage to grab her by the shoulder. No, it wasn't bravery. I was dead curious. I wanted to know what she meant. Alice turns around, but before I could see her face, she transforms into black smoke. The smoke slips between my fingers, dissipating until it disappears. For an instant, I could feel her warmth and softness, the same feeling as that of caressing a human hand, the hand of a woman. That sensation burns into my fingers, leaving me astonished. My mind is blank. Bro, is this the first time Gary has ever touched a woman? What is going on here? What? I forgot how to even breathe from the surprise. Who? What did I forget? I should be more interested in knowing who Alice is, but what really fills my mind is that question. It makes no sense. I suddenly groaned for no reason. I felt like my head just got stabbed. It's like if someone was hitting my skull from the inside, hanging my mind upside down until it drops all of my deepest memories. What did I forget? What could be so important? It is at that moment that I suddenly open my eyes. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air. Oh, am I gonna forget this episode too? Dude. That's great. Then I set my hand on my forehead, feeling it covered in sweat. I quickly search for my necklace, finding it right where I left it. Then I look at the clock. It is 2:20 in the morning. There's still plenty of time before the sun comes out. I exhale, letting my anxiety go with my breath. This time, I won't be able to sleep again. I'm sure of that. Well, maybe this is a good opportunity to have dinner, I say to myself jokingly. I'm not really hungry, but maybe eating something could distract me from that dream. I had just put my feet on the floor when suddenly I heard someone ringing the bell at the door. Hello? What? What the heck? Dude, hide. It's probably another credit card salesman. Hide under your black blob. Grab Kermit before you go. I can't imagine who could it be at this hour. I barely get visits in regular hours. I feel a chill run all of my spine. Bro, this is what you get for keeping your lights on in the middle of the night, bro. Oh my god, if you had your lights off, there wouldn't be credit card salesmen banging on your door. Please. I wait a moment, hoping the visitor would get bored and leave. That won't work when the lights are on, come on. But after a while, it seems that wasn't going to happen. Finally, I sigh exasperatedly and resign myself to go and see who it is. Bro, I would be hiding at home, bro, especially at 2 a.m. in the morning. Hell no. Unless the fucking apartment is burning down, I ain't going out by myself. What the hell? Especially if I'm a loner and somebody's coming over at 2 a.m. in the morning. No. No. I'm grabbing Kermit and going underneath this black blob. As I walk towards the door, I can't stop thinking that this is too weird. Yeah, me too. I'm afraid. I would be lying to say otherwise, but unless I go and check it, I'll never know what's going on. Look, do we at least have a peephole? Do we have a peephole we can rely on? I swallow my saliva, feeling it bitter when I'm in front of the door. My heart beats so fast I can feel it in my throat. Then I take a deep breath and prepare to look through the peephole of the door. It is at that moment that I see a small envelope slide in from under the door. Bro, that is fucking creepy. So is the music. What is going on right now? I almost jump up from the shock when that happens. My eyes and mouth are open wide, showing my incredulity. I quickly open the door, finding nothing but empty air in the surroundings. There are no footprints or any other evidence of someone being there, other than the envelope. Okay, so, of course there would be no footprints. Like, what is the exterior setting of your hallway then? Is it a carpet, or is it like a marble flooring? Are you used to seeing people with muddy ass boots walking around the place? What is going on here? If it wasn't for it, I would think I'm still dreaming. Only this dream, instead of being mysterious and calm, felt more like a horror story. Without second thought, I closed the door, making sure to lock it. I don't want any unwanted visitors tonight, or ever. I then fix my sight on the envelope. It's made out of ordinary paper and has no sender information. The only thing it says is that it is for me. I blink before carefully opening it. Inside, there's a single sheet of paper with a drawing made with crayons. It's not very good and seems to be made by a small child. Human figures made with sticks and circles that pretend to be a boy and a girl holding hands right next to a heart. There's something written beside them. Gary and me. Wow, thanks, Alice. It's her, I murmured, my lips moving by themselves. My heart stops for an instant. I shake my head many times, unable to believe it. I can't believe what it is. I can't believe what is in front of my own eyes. I was just getting over the surprise when something else happened. I exclaimed, confused, looking towards the kitchen. Oh, okay, so that was an ah? That was, okay. We're gonna pretend that I did say an ah, and not whatever the fuck I just released. I just heard a glass breaking. What? Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Okay, guys, I think I downloaded a horror game. I thought this was gonna be like something else. I don't know what I was expecting. Anyway, okay, this is gonna be great. Oh, no. I'm playing a horror game at 12 a.m. and I have work tomorrow. Aw, man. I ain't getting any sleep. Jesus. I live alone. I have no pets, and there is no wind. Even if there was wind, what? Did I leave my window open in the middle of the night? What? And even if there was a wind, like, I don't think it would be strong enough to blow off a cup. Like, what is going on? You know what? At this point, if I did leave my window open in the kitchen, I deserve to be robbed at this point. Come on, what the fuck? How is it possible? Did the glass just burst all by itself? Because that's what it looks like. I leave the envelope and quickly go to the kitchen to see what's happening. Oh my god. Once there, my face becomes pale and my body solid like stone, while my eyes look in disbelief at the glass shards on the floor. You know what? I'm in solid disbelief of how white your kitchen is. Like, your kitchen is so white, I don't even know what the frick this is. Is this the toaster? And what are these, like, bottle-looking things? Is that... Where's the sink? Is this the sink? And what are those? Dude, I think you need a new kitchen. I ain't gonna lie. Your kitchen is, like, really weird looking. What the fuck? Or at least put some paint on it, okay? Take some paint from your art class and just splash it on the fucking exterior. Come on, man. You know what? I'm more scared of your kitchen than I am whatever the fuck is going on here. I almost faint at that moment. I don't know what to think. I don't feel safe anymore. Yeah, me too, man. Your kitchen is looking really... Your kitchen looks like an asylum room, bro. Like they're gonna bring out the fucking stretch suit in a second. Jesus. I held my breath for a couple of seconds until I noticed a sheet of paper on the floor. I slowly get closer and pick it up, careful not to step on the shards. Okay. It's another child's drawing. A cheerful one, but at the same time weird. I can't explain it, but seeing that drawn makes me anxious. I shake my head. Rather, I think it is not the drawing itself, but how I found it, what makes it weird. There's something written on it. Why did it break? I didn't want it to. Even if things fall, they shouldn't break without my permission. Don't you think that's weird? I blink, confused. My mind is blank. What? What can I say at something like that? Alice, where do you live where things don't break? Why did I ask that of someone named Alice? Okay. I'm reading an incomprehensible message that shouldn't even exist. However, I don't have much time to think about it. Honey bun. That is not a shower. Someone is taking a piss in your bathroom, and on the floor, he is completely missing the toilet. Oh! Suddenly, other noises call my attention. This time, the sound of the shower in the bathroom. I can't be the only one that thinks this sounds like piss. I can't be the only one. I feel this man really needs to go. Whoever's in the bathroom has to really go. I can't believe I'm making this joke at 23 years old, but here we go. I feel a chill move all over my spine, slowly crawling its way. Instantly, my body is covered in ice. Bro, my bathroom is gonna get flooded by piss at this point. I can't move a single finger. I'm frightened. Okay, I need to grow up. Jesus Christ. The very idea that someone or something is inside my home when I'm supposed to be alone makes me shaking. I need to stop. Okay, hold up. I need to focus. Okay, I'm a grown person. I'm mature. Okay. Alright, hold up. Gotta put my glasses back on. Okay. The sound continues for long seconds, then minutes without any change. I simply ignore it, as if doing that was enough to make it go away. But no matter how long I wait, that never happens. In the end, I can only steel myself and go check it. Alright, let me see if I can put this. Okay. Alright, there we go. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air. Then slowly walk my way towards the bathroom, staring at the door before carefully opening it. Warm steam escapes from the room. My heart beats like a drum at every second. I beg there is nothing on at the other side. Psst! Hey! Someone just followed! Say something! Oh my fucking... My own alert scared the shit out of me. my own alert scared the shit out of me. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta thank whoever followed. I love you, whoever you are. I love you. Okay, hold up. Hold up. I gotta check. I'm sorry. I'm so unprofessional. Whoever did this, you scared the shit out of me for a second. Okay, let's play with Sussy. Thank you for the follow. I love you. Okay, back to what I was doing. It's going great so far. Investigating whoever's pissing in my bathroom. How about you? Having a great night? Or day? Alright. And then, what I find is just that. Nothing. Hey, that's good to hear. Let's play. Hey. The shower suddenly opened itself, pouring hot water without reason. It wouldn't be the first inexplicable thing tonight. Yeah, you can play it on PC. It's on Steam. The game's title is in the title. It's called Connected Hearts. Yeah. It's free to play, so you don't have to worry about spending any money on it. So yeah, if you want to do a let's play on it yourself, then there you go. Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear it. Alright. I close my eyes and sigh, full of relief. However, this isn't over yet. I still need to find out what's going on. This is too much to just leave it to my imagination. I close the water, seeing the shower stop. I stand there for a few more seconds, trying to understand what's happening, but of course I can't come with an answer. Then I rub my face in a gesture full of frustration. I'm losing my head, I said quietly, talking to myself. Then I exhale, letting my anxiety go with breath. Aw, man. Okay, so unfortunately, Sussy, I think you're the third one asking. No, I do not have any money, okay? I'm gonna just throw that out right now. I have no money. I'm sorry. Then I exhale, letting my anxiety go with breath. I think about going out or calling someone for company, but I have no one to ask for help. And strangely, the idea of going out this night sounds even more terrifying. When I opened the door, I saw the hallway empty. mean, it's debatable for beginner streamers. Like, sure, it'll be good to have later in the future, but definitely not now. At least that's my opinion. But if you're looking for customers, I wish you luck, guy. When I opened the door, I saw the hallway empty. It gave me the sensation that something scary was hiding in the shadows. I can't explain it, but I locked the door and wanted to stay that way. But it seems my home isn't safe either. I turn around, thinking on going back to bed. The only thing I can do is wait for the sun to come out. If the next night I have another experience like this, I'll move out without second thoughts. Then suddenly I open my eyes wide, incredulous. I didn't realize before, but there was a drawing in the mirror, as if someone had used a finger to clean the thin layer of steam on it. It's a ship sinking. There's also something written. There are hundreds of paths, and all of them guide to the same end. I read it over and over without understanding what it means. Is it a message for me? My lips can't say a single word. The silence now feels oppressive. My heart shrinks as I think in how alone I am, as if I had been cut away from the world, forsaken. However, things continue to happen, things that shouldn't. I can't understand anything. I don't know what I can do, but my only hope is that the sun will turn all of this in nothing more than a bad dream. With that in mind, I walk to my room, but when I get there, I find there's another surprise waiting for me. What is this? I murmured, confused while looking right at a sheep plush. It's in perfect conditions, as if it was new, or maybe it is. There's no way to know. Next to the plush, there's a sheet of paper. Bro, I'm collecting shit like Pokemon over here in my own house. What the hell is going on here? Jesus. What is this, Slenderman? I quietly get closer and pick it up. It has a drawing of a wolf made with crayons. It looks angry. There's something written, too. I don't like them. I don't like wolves, but I'm surrounded by them. The only way to avoid them is by hiding. Again, an incomprehensible message, just like the fact that plushie appeared from nowhere. After a few seconds, I grab the plushie with curiosity. It is very soft. It could easily be used as a pillow. Outside of that, there is nothing else worth saying. It doesn't appear to have anything weird. I don't know what I should do. Everything's so strange. It all began after that dream. I blinked confused, trying to come up with an answer. That's right. I forgot. This must be all the work of that woman, Alice. Her words came back to my mind. She said I had forgotten something. I don't think there could be a memory that could make sense of all this, but even knowing that, it would be a lie to say I don't have an uncontrollable curiosity. Gary. I was lost in my mind when suddenly I heard someone whisper my name behind me. I jumped, surprised. My heart stops and my blood turns to ice. Oh my God. This is how I die, huh? I instantly turned around by a reflex, finding something that simply shouldn't be there. What the fuck is that? In front of my eyes, a huge mirror had appeared. That looks like a portal or some shit, bro. It's even bigger than me, reflecting all my body. I stare at my own reflection, hypnotized by that image. As if it was the first time I had seen a mirror, I look at my reflex, copying my movements without mistake. I've moved my hands, my head and legs, and the reflection does exactly the same. However, there's something special in that image. The person in the mirror is the right one, but the place where it is not the same. Oh God. What does that mean? My room does not reflect in the mirror. Instead, the background belongs to another house, made of wood and with the looks of being abandoned for many years. I simply can't talk. Not a single word comes to my mind that could begin to describe the feeling of wonder, surprise, and insecurity that invades me at this moment. It's so incredible, so impossible, something out of a dream. But that's why it's something I can't control or even understand. Sorry. Is it even safe to be in the same room as that mirror? I don't know. However, I can't stop staring at it. Hold up. Alright, I'm gonna go in the rabbit hole. There's only one way. Looking it closer. Enchanted by the mysterious presence of the mirror, I start to walk towards it. Before I knew it, I was standing right next to it. I blink while looking at it in silence. There's something incredible in it. Not just that, something beautiful too. I don't think before extending a hand, touching the glass with the tip of my fingers. It feels like touching the surface of a frozen lake. I feel like I only need to press a little harder to get inside the mirror, cross it as if I was jumping into a pool. Should I try it? Why not? Jump. I'm not aware of what I was thinking until my feet moved, but then it was too late to stop. I opened my eyes, astonished at seeing what I was doing. Somebody planted an idea in my mind, and I accepted it as mine so easily it was scary. Just seconds ago, I was frightened of that mirror, and now I was being consumed by it, falling deeper and deeper into an unknown place. Let's go! I close my eyes, now unable to see me fall. I want to scream, but no sound comes out from me. It's as if I was screaming in outer space, but there is air here. No, I was wrong. It is not air, but water that surrounds me. I'm sinking as if someone had chained an anchor to my legs, so fast I confused it with falling. The sensation doesn't go away for many long seconds that seem eternal. I lose myself, falling from the world I belong to another unknown. I lose myself, falling from the world I belong to another unknown one. Ah! Okay, that's the best scream I'm going with. Suddenly I open my eyes, gasping with surprise at the same time I wake up, almost jumping. I was about to scream, as if waking up from a nightmare. I would say it was just that, if it wasn't for a single detail. I rub my forehead, finding small drops of sweat. Then I take a deep breath, closing my eyes for a moment. My heart still beats anxious, but slowly it relaxes. What is this? Is this a bunker? When I open my eyes again, I realize I'm not in my room. I haven't woken up yet from that strange nightmare. Instead, I find myself in an old building made of wood. What is this place? I murmured, confused, while looking around. Ignoring how I got here, there doesn't seem to be anything strange with this place. I find myself in a dormitory. There are many beds around, all of them small and painted with bright colors. That makes me think they belong to children. Oh. I scratch my head before standing up. Where am I? There's nobody here to listen to my questions, but curiosity is too much to stay quiet. I didn't realize before, but the beds have names in them. Royer, I read aloud. With curiosity, I look at the others. Mary, Henry. Then I suddenly stop, opening my eyes wide, astonished. My heart jumps when I read the next name. Gary. What is this? I can't explain why it has my name. The only answer that comes to my mind is that someone was waiting for me and prepared it, but in that case, it's too small. I shake my head confused, then look at the bed next to it. In so little time, I'm hit by a new surprise that makes me tremble to the core. The name on it was crossed, but there's another one below it. The name on it was crossed, but there is another one below it that I instantly recognize. Alice. It's her. It must be her who brought me here, I said with complete confidence. Then I looked down, trying to think on what to do next. Soon after, I rubbed my forehead, feeling quite stupid. I first need to get out of here and then find a way back home. Of course, I said to myself, as if it was so easy. When I leave the bedroom, I arrive to a hallway that connects with 2 other doors. I guess more rooms and some stairs that go down to the first floor. First, I try to open the doors, without result. My man, this is just one log cabin kind of deal. Jesus. Soon the only option I have left is to go down. At the end of the stairs, there's a door. When I opened it, I see what seems to be the living room. I step inside and then I look around with curiosity, discovering a double door. It's the exit. It has to be. I almost jump excited with that thought. But that happiness would not last much. After looking at it closely, I realized something. That door was never going to open. There wasn't anything keeping it closed. It's just I'm looking at a fake door. It's only a part of the wall disguised as a door. Yo. This can't be, I said after meaninglessly trying to open it. Then I shake my head. I'm wrong. This is very possible. After all, I'm inside another world. This is the world behind the mirror. I can't judge it with the same logic as mine. I shouldn't. I take a deep breath before letting out a long sigh. If I want to escape, I guess I could try with the same mirror that got me in. Now the problem is finding it. Gary. Suddenly I feel a chill. All of my body turns to ice when I hear someone call my name, whispering it with a creepy voice behind my back. I instantly turn around, finding surprised how from nowhere, not 1, but 4 doors had appeared. What is going on? I said, confused, before getting closer. Each door has a name written. The Forest of Whispers, Trip to the Deep, the Kingdom of the Sun, and the Forgotten Castle. Oh, are those the chapters? I read the names aloud, unable to remember ever hearing any of them. They are completely new to me. However, the mystery doesn't end there. 3 of the doors are open, and the last, the Forgotten Castle, is blocked by 3 big lock pads. I'm never going to be able to break them, I said with resignation before sighing. The chains look very solid. But if there are locks, it's because they are protecting something. It can't be just a coincidence to have 3 open doors and 3 lock pads. There must be something valuable behind that door. I nod, convinced that I am right. Then I stare at the open doors. Which one should I open first? Oh, so it is the chapters. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go with the Trip to the Deeps. We're going deeper. A sleepy groan escapes from my lips at the same time I open my eyes. Where the hell am I now? What the fuck? And then I put a hand to my forehead, feeling it wet. It's not sweat, but water that was leaking from the roof. That's what woke me up, in a very uncomfortable way. Am I in a submarine? I get up from bed and then sigh with annoyance. It takes me a couple of seconds to be conscious enough to realize where I am. I look around. It's a small room with barely the most basic to live. However, the most important thing is the material it is made of. It's not wood or stone like usual, but metal. I placed a hand on the wall to make sure it wasn't a fake wall. The metal was terribly cold. Then I pulled back my hand and scratched my head with a pensive face. I can't think of many rooms made of metal, except for those inside a bunker. Anyway, thinking about it too much won't do me any good. I should look for a way to return home, or at least learn where I am. I open the door and enter a narrow hallway with dozens of pipes on the roof and walls. When my feet step outside of the room, I realize something. My first guess was room. There is other place which would have rooms made of metal. What? I'm inside a sea ship. Yeah, a submarine. I can feel how it slightly inclines to one side and then the other, barely perceptible. I put a hand in my head, unable to imagine how I got to this place. Quite a night this was shaping to be, from being inside my room to exploring a huge ship in the middle of the ocean. Well, at least I can't say anymore that my nights are boring. Out of curiosity, I try to open the other doors in the hallway. Each one of them, without exception, are locked. I guess those are more cabins. Anyway, I doubt there is anything of importance in them. I should look for the communications room. Maybe I could send a message from there. How do I know this? I murmur to myself as I walk to the end of the hallway, with my sight down as I think about it. To be honest, I doubt from the bottom of my heart that it will work, but I can't abandon the idea so soon. However, I can't get too far. When I try to open the door at the end of the hallway, I realize it's locked. What the hell? I cursed while struggling with no result. Soon I give up. It's clear the door won't open. Then I rub my face out of frustration. It's so unfair. What can you expect me to do if all the doors are all locked? The only thing left for me is waiting, something which causes me no joy at all. Usually I try to be patient, but in a situation as strange as this, it is too hard for me. I start to think I might be trapped here forever. What a miserable fate. After all, who would come to a lost ship? Clearly there's something wrong here. It is impossible a ship so big would be this quiet, and I haven't seen a single person all this time. I sigh with my breath full of frustration. But then I almost jump. Oh, what the heck was that? Right-click opens up the menu? What the hell? But then I almost jump in surprise. Behind me I heard a sound. A door had suddenly opened. By reflex I turn around and look at the door, not knowing what to expect. The thing that will come out from there is a person, right? I don't know why I'm doubting it. But even if it is a human being, that doesn't make it any less scary. Maybe the real question I should ask is, what kind of person will come out from it? Yo. In silence, I let the seconds pass while my heart beats full of anguish, and that's the only thing that happens. In the end, all my worries were wrong, because from there, nothing comes out. My heart slowly relaxes, returning to a confident feeling. It looks like the door opened all by itself. What? We're gonna think that? We're gonna believe that? Excuse you, what? Thinking back, that should have been my first guess, after seeing everything that had happened this night. Slowly, I get closer to the cabin, being alert in case Slowly, I get closer to the cabin, being alert in case something comes out suddenly. That never happens, of course. Once I'm close, I take a peek, seeing a cabin just like the one where I woke up. The most curious thing is that it seemed to have been used recently. The sheets are wrinkled. There's a glass of water half full on the table. The lights are on, and there's also what looks like a diary on the bed. I blink, doubting for a second before going in. What calls my attention the most is the diary. Everything else is only ordinary. It is open in a page near the end. (2015-5/23) Again, a dream leak appeared today, this time in the engine room. Is it a steam leak? What is... Okay. It's the third one this week, and each time they get bigger. When I took this job, I thought it was something safe, but now I'm starting to doubt it. Did they build this thing with cardboard? When we arrive at port, first thing I'll do is suing the builders. Okay. Looks like I underestimated the level of this emergency. I thought it was only leaks, but now I hear that the main bridge and the antenna are failing. We can forget about sending an SOS. Looks like our only hope is arriving at the nearest port and getting off this can as soon as possible. How many days have passed since I last wrote? To be honest, I wasn't in the mood to write bad news, one after the other. But this time it's special, simply because I don't think it can get any worse than this. The engine room is flooded, and that means we are stuck in the middle of the ocean. Oh, what the fuck? Without communications or engine, we are finished. Our only hope is that another ship sees us. But I wouldn't hold my breath. Meanwhile, the captain, Mr. Royerson, locked himself in his cabin. He doesn't answer our calls, and by now all the crew is convinced he is never going out. Is there something left to do that will be... Is there something, if there is something left to do, that will be by our own hands. If there is even a thing to do. I have no idea how much time has passed. The sensation of time vanished when the days became the same, as if we were trapped in the same day forever. To make it worse, there are days I pass sleeping completely. Or at least, I think it's only for a single day. It could have been weeks or even years. Anyway, I have lost all the interest in writing, so I guess this will be the last time I do it for real. Once again, this is a special occasion. Remember when I said this couldn't get any worse? Well, I was wrong. Oh, this is gonna get really fucking dark, isn't it? It seems we aren't only lost in the middle of the sea, uncommunicated, in a ship that slowly fills with water, but also something got inside the ship. My partners talk about weird creatures in the flooded decks. Monsters from the deeps sound like a name proper of a bad movie, and yet, after hearing their stories, I can't think of a more proper name. What will be of us? Only time will tell. But I'm not hopeful. The messages end there. All the next pages are blank. There is no signature or any indication of who wrote the diary. I sigh when I finish reading and then scratch my head, confused. I have no idea how I should react to this. I'm afraid, that's for sure. But also a bit anxiety and even pity after reading a story. Then I suddenly turn around, feeling my whole body shake in fear. Out of nowhere, a metallic sound disturbed my thoughts. What is that? I said to myself, seeing a key laying on the ground. Ooh. My eyes are fully open, and my heart beats so fast I can feel it up in my throat. The object itself is nothing to fear. However, the question of how it got there makes me tremble to the soul. It wasn't an accident. It seems like while I was busy reading, someone snaked behind me and dropped it. Thinking that sends shivers to my spine. My throat is dry while my mouth tastes a bitter flavor. I stand there, immobile, for a couple of seconds until I remember I still have to find a way to go back. Even if it was frightening, the apparition of the key was of great use. Now I can escape this place and continue exploring. Without second thoughts, I pick up the key and walk to the door at the end of the hallway. As I imagined, the key fits perfectly. I hear the safe unlock and then open the door slowly. On the other side, there are stairs that go down to another hallway. It's flooded, and to make it worse, the lights are off, making it impossible to see how long it is. I doubt for a moment, thinking it was a horrible idea to cross it. The uncomfortable sensation of it getting wet alone was enough to make me doubt, but after reading the diary, I think more seriously about it, until I finally sighed, knowing there was no other option. I mean, yeah, there is no other option. We're kind of stuck in a drowning submarine here, man. We're screwed either way. Time to go forth. If I don't move, I'll never get anywhere. At least, that's for sure. I take a deep breath, gathering courage before going down the stairs slowly. When my feet touch the water, I exclaim, surprised. I say would be a mistake. This is the frozen hell. What? I don't know how to interpret that. Okay. I can't explain how it hasn't turned to ice. I tremble, doubting if I should continue going. I have to use every fiber of my being to get the will to continue, until the water reaches like past my waist. Little past my waist. I exclaim, dead cold, hugging myself to keep some heat. It takes me a few seconds to get used to it. Thankfully, my first impression was exaggerated, or else I would die of hypothermia before getting to Crosshead. But at least one thing I know for sure. If I manage to escape from here, I'll never shower with cold water again. I hear how I push the water when I start moving. Before me, there's a long and dark hallway that extends beyond my sight. If it weren't because some of the lights are still working, it would be in perfect darkness. Oh my... Could this sound not repeat itself, please? As I walk along the hallway, I realize there are more doors at my left and right. However, I don't bother trying to open them. They are all ruined, warped, as if something had brutally smashed them with a hammer. I stop for a second to think what could have happened. My best guess is that one of the crew members went insane. It's not something very cheering. I sigh and then shake my head to clear my mind. Giving no more thoughts to it, I continue moving across the hallway. Because of the water, I move so slowly it seems it will take me a full day to reach the end. That is, if I ever see the end. Occasionally I find leaks on the way. It seems the upper floors is flooded too. With so much water for a moment, I doubt the ship is still floating. I continue my way across this long hallway, truly grateful for the few lamps that are still working. Some of them flicker, leaving me in the dark for an instant. Bro, how long is this loop of audio? Jesus. But even a little of light is comforting. I haven't said a single word since I got in the water until this very moment. Oh, thank God. What exactly are we looking for down here? Are we looking for monsters? I exclaim, confused when I notice something different in the closest door. It is ruined like all the others, but what is new is that it was some marks, deep cuts. I move closer to examine them carefully. It is at that moment that I realize those cuts were made by claws. Bro, what? What could be down here, dude, with claws? I mean, fangs, yes, but claws? What? My face turns pale with surprise. At the same time, my heart skips a beat, frozen by a sudden cold. I instantly remember what I had read in the diary. Creatures from the depths? I murmured quietly, imagining many, many things, not one of them good. I swallow saliva, feeling my hands shake, not from the cold this time. I should hurry up and get out of here. I don't feel safe in the hallway anymore. God. I just thought that when suddenly I hear something roar in the dark. The echo in the hallway makes it impossible to know where that noise came from. It is, however, easy to realize it's like nothing I have heard before. I'm sorry, the misspelling is throwing me off a bit, I ain't gonna lie. I look back. At that very moment, all the lights except for the one right above me go dark. Truly, my luck is incredible. I swallow saliva, feeling my heart in my throat. The anxiety crushes my chest so badly it is hard to breathe. Then, I hear how something hits the water. I turn around, finding nothing. Unfortunately, I don't know where it comes from. As if I was crazy, I look everywhere, knowing something stalks me, but not what or from where. Feeling helpless is a horrible thing. I hate it. I can't even breathe. Nervous, I take a step back and then feel there is something hard under my foot. I look down, but with so little light, it's impossible to see what it was. The only thing I can do is submerge and find it. The object remains still, so I doubt it's a living creature. Clack, clack, clack. The creature makes another sound, a strange one that I can't describe, but makes my heart beat frightened. It seems to be looking for the ideal moment to attack. Then I hear something perturb the water at my back. Instantly, I turn around. What I find freezes my blood. I have to hold my desire to scream. Yo, what? Yo, what? Hello? What are you? It seems like a man with oil-black skin, or rather, the mixture of a man and a fish with scales and gills. Along the longest, sharpest claw I have ever seen. Also the longest, sharpest claws I have ever seen. My very soul is covered in ice. I'm completely paralyzed. Even my heart stops as my eyes behold that image. Oh, what the fuck? Again, the creature makes that sound. Only this time I can see how it does it. It's rubbing its claws. Slowly it gets closer to me. It doesn't seem to have eyes anywhere, so maybe it hasn't seen me. But it knows I'm close. That's for sure. Little by little, the distance between the two reduces. Closer and closer. Okay, if he's being delicate here, why are we having like an intense like rush power moment? You know what? You know what? I've been making all the bad choices so far. Let's go for it. Confront it. I swallow saliva at the same time, close my hands and fists, looking for my inner strength. Fighting against a monster sounds like the worst idea I could have, but escaping is no better. The way back is dark. I could easily be ambushed, and even if I do manage to go back, I'm afraid I'll never try again. Maybe there's something I can do to scare it away. Oh god. I was just thinking about it when I hear that sound again. However, I can't tell where it is. I tremble with a chill at that instant. Then remember that there was something at my feet. A small but hard object. By a reflex, I crouch down, submerging myself to pick it up. When my face dips out of the water, I open my eyes in surprise. I almost scream, but manage to hold it. My heart jumps, seeing the monster at just a few meters away from me. It has no eyes, so it can't see me, but I can see it. Grrr. It groans, making an echo across the hallway as it moves its head everywhere, looking for me. I don't even think. My hands move alone, grabbing tight the object before throwing it with all my strength. In the air, my eyes look at it for a split second. It was a piece of metal from a broken pipe. The monster squealed when the broken pipe hits it right in the head. Oh my god. Then it dives into the water and goes away swimming swiftly, breaking one of the doors to escape. At first I was paralyzed from the shock, but then I take a deep breath and sigh, feeling relief. It doesn't seem like it's coming back anytime soon. If it was up to me, I would prefer never seeing it again. Then, for no reason, the lights in the hallway light up again. What, did I choose the right option? I blink, thinking if it could have any relation with the monster's escape. Anyway, there's nothing else to do than keep moving. So, I do just that, until I finally see a set of stairs at the end. My eyes shine for a second, overflowing with joy. I was closer to the end than it looked like. It's just that the darkness made it hard to see. Wasting no time, I go up the stairs, thankful of finally going out of the cursed cold water. Is it raining? No, it is not raining in a Subnautica space. No, where am I getting spaceship from? In a submarine? Come on, man. I murmured once I got to the upper level. I looked through one of the windows, seeing the raindrops hit the glass. What, are we at the surface level? Water leaks from the roof, creating puddles all around the place. Seems I have solved the mystery of the leaking. Looking around, I notice there's a sign that reads Bridge. If there is any clue on how to escape from here, or at least on what happened with the crew, it must be in that place. Okay. I don't doubt to follow the signal, finding others along the way. This ship is enormous, but seems I'm closer to my destination. I hear my footsteps in the water as I walk, passing by countless abandoned cabins and broken doors. The ship is like a maze. For a moment I questioned why they would need so many cabins, but I guess that before being abandoned they had a use for them. I stop for an instant when I see the mark of claws on one door. I feel a shiver so cold that freezes my soul at that moment. However, the marks don't seem recent, and I can't hear the monster roaming around, so I guess there's no danger for now. I keep on walking for unknown seconds. Curiously, no matter how long I walk, I don't feel tired. At no time I think about taking a rest, except when I stop to think it's been a long time without doing it. In any case, if I don't feel like it, I just don't have to waste time in that. This is the place, I said to myself as I'm standing right in front of the bridge's door. I take a deep breath, doubting for an instant before opening it. Or, should I say, trying to open it. My hand moves, but the door remains immobile. What's wrong? My voice is full of frustration when I say those words. The door's locked and won't open anytime soon. I close my eyes and sigh, feeling all of my energy leave my body with my breath. So what are we looking for exactly in this submarine? I know we're looking for diary pages, but like, is there something else besides this diary page? Or are we looking for a keyhole for this key that we got? I'm not sure. It's just too unfair. I could try to knock it down, but it seems too sturdy. It would be a wasted effort. I feel at the edge of despair. Looking down to the ground, unable to raise my head. And then, I realize there are a pair of papers at my feet. With curiosity, I blink before picking them up. Captain Royerson locked himself in the bridge. What a coward. He thinks he has the only key, but I hid a copy in the boiler room. If I can manage to acquire it, I'll be able to open the door and escape from this damned ship. Yo! Let's go, random person. The rest of the page is blank. Judging by the type of writing, it seems was writing by the same sailor who wrote the diary. Along with the message, there was a map of the ship, somewhat worn off, like it was very old, but it's very easy to read. Actually, this is very lucky. Maybe too much. Indeed, maybe too much. But I'm going to end this playthrough here. Because I feel like this is a good point to leave it at. I ain't gonna lie. So, thank you for those that came by, checked it out. And I will see you some other time. Thank you.